Motivation, Stress, and Emotion by Danielle Elliott. Key concepts. The key concepts that we will be covering are emotions and responding to your emotions, stress along with the different types, and motivation with a look at the process model. Listen to your emotions. Emotions provide quick and simple information about your current situation. They do this without much cognition or thinking. Suppressing or ignoring your emotions may be what you think is best, but instead you should listen and think about what your emotions are trying to tell you. An example of when this is important is in a dark alley, for example. When you walk down a dark street at night, you may start to feel anxious or nervous. This is your body and your mind and your emotions telling you to be cautious. Past experiences or even hearing about stories relating to this on the news or in the media may contribute to these emotions. Stress. Stress can build and simmer. It can strike suddenly. It is not an emotion, but a reaction. The three categories of stress are catastrophes, significant life changes, and everyday inconveniences. Short-lived stress can actually be good. It causes the flight or flight response, which goes and produces adrenaline and cortisol. Three categories of stress fit into the positive, tolerable, and toxic categories as well. Positive stress is brief increases in heart rate, mild elevations in stress hormone levels, and it is actually good. Tolerable stress is serious, temporary stress responses that are buffered by supportive relationships, and this would be kind of like the mid stress. Toxic stress is the catastrophes stress. It's prolonged activation of stress response systems in the absence of protective relationships. So, positive stress, good. Tolerable stress is okay every now and then, but toxic stress is really not good. It's bad. This is the stress curve. As you see, we start off in the green, and there's a little stress, and it's almost too little because it's not enough to get a reaction going, to get actions taking place, get things done. The optimum stress and even a little bit of too much stress is where the stress it's the perfect place for getting the most motivation and response to the stress. When you burn out on stress in the red, it causes anxiety, panic, and anger, and even breakdowns. And motivation. Anxiety is one emotion that often leads to stress, and stress has the ability to motivate actions to reduce anxiety. Everyone will get anxiety about different things, and therefore everyone is motivated in different ways. One example is a semester deadline. On the first day of the semester, the professor might say that there's only one project that gets graded all semester and it's due the last week. So a few of the classmates will be stressed out about this uncompleted task, so they will immediately start to work on the project because they are motivated by its incompletion. Other classmates might not be motivated in the same way, and they will wait till the last week of semester to start working on the project. The stress of the deadline is what motivates them to take action. As you see, different motivations lead to different actions. This is the model of motivation process. It starts off with unfulfilled needs, wants, and desires that leads to tension, which then leads to the drive to take action, which in return goes and spreads out into the learning and cognitive process, which is just another way to say thinking process. Those two lead into behavior and hopefully need fulfillment. If the need is not fulfilled entirely, it goes back to tension reduction, which is like the need was only partially met, and it starts the whole process over.